Have you ever been wronged by someone close to you? Maybe a friend or even a family member. It's a painful experience, and the last thing you might want to do is forgive them. But what if forgiveness could change everything? Let's dive into an incredible story from ancient times that shows the true power of letting go. Imagine this: a young man named Joseph, betrayed by his own brothers. They were so jealous of him that they sold him into slavery. Can you even fathom that? He was taken to a foreign land, Egypt, and faced unimaginable hardships. He was falsely accused, thrown into prison, and forgotten. It seemed like his life was over, a story of pure tragedy. But Joseph never lost his faith. Through a series of amazing events, he rose from the depths of a prison cell to become the second most powerful man in all of Egypt. He was put in charge of the entire nation's food supply, a position of immense authority. It's a classic zero-to-hero story, but it gets even better. Years later, a severe famine swept across the land. It was so bad that people were starving everywhere, including in Joseph's old homeland. And who do you think shows up in Egypt, desperate for food? You guessed it, his 10 older brothers. They traveled all that way, and now they stand before the powerful Egyptian governor, bowing down, completely unaware that they are looking at the very brother they sold into slavery years ago. Joseph recognized them immediately. What would you do in his position? The power for revenge was right in his hands. He could have thrown them in prison, let them starve, or made their lives miserable. That's what most people would expect, right? A dish of revenge served cold. But Joseph chose a different path. At first he tested them to see if their hearts had changed. He wanted to know if they were still the same cruel, selfish men who had betrayed him. He put them through a series of challenges, hiding his identity, making them worry and sweat. He saw their genuine remorse and their love for their youngest brother, Benjamin. He saw they were different. Finally, the moment of truth arrived. Overwhelmed with emotion, Joseph revealed himself. "I am Joseph," he cried. "Is my father still alive?" His brothers were terrified. They were speechless, expecting the worst. They knew they deserved punishment for their terrible deed. But then Joseph did something truly extraordinary. Instead of anger and vengeance, he offered grace and forgiveness. He told them, "Do not be distressed and do not be angry with yourselves for selling me here, because it was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you." He saw a bigger picture. He understood that what they intended for evil, a higher power had used for good to save their entire family and many others from starvation. This wasn't a weak or easy forgiveness. It was powerful. It was a conscious choice to release the bitterness and embrace reconciliation. Joseph didn't just say the words, he acted on them. He hugged his brothers, wept with them, and then made a promise. He told them to bring their entire family, including his elderly father, Jacob, to Egypt. He promised to provide for them, to give them the best land, and to ensure they survived the famine. This story teaches us a profound lesson about forgiveness. It isn't about forgetting the wrong or saying it was okay. It's about releasing yourself from the prison of resentment and anger. Joseph's forgiveness broke a cycle of hatred and bitterness that could have destroyed their family. Instead, it healed old wounds and paved the way for a new beginning. When we choose to forgive, just as Joseph did, we open the door to healing, restoration, and a future free from the chains of the past. It's a choice that can change not just our own lives, but the lives of those around us. Thanks so much for watching today. If this story touched you, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next one. See you soon.